Thank you very much, Coach Ken, for your time. 1-1 draw here. What are your thoughts on the game?
Look, my thoughts on the game is this. Look, our boys played very well. Today they came to the party. As before, that you always know, at least this is our second match that you've been there. And you could see that it's not the same performance that we had the other time. This is a totally different team. You understand? Yes. So, look, we played a very good side. Since we come in, we know what we are coming in for. So basically, we have to prepare hard and come in. At least a draw is not bad. Considering what we are in now, a draw is not bad. So our performance today, we still have to go into the drawing board and work so that we can win most other games coming.
Coach Ken, it could have been a different scoreline.
Yes.
They were able to penetrate down the right flank and played a lot of crosses into your box, but unfortunately they couldn't score. You also had your chances as well.
Yes.
But couldn't score. Now, yes, I hear you are happy with a draw, but given what you witnessed here today, the chances you created and the chances they could have created, do you think the 1-1 draw is a score that you deserve?
No. The 1-1 draw is not a score that I deserve, because look, there should be a lot of goals in this game from both sides, because both sides were all positive, creating chances. Okay, you could see on the second half they were operating on this right side here, which got me worried. Quickly, I have to make some changes to stabilize that situation. You understand? Yes, because the way they penetrated, that's where they got their goals from. They were able to get behind our defense, putting in crosses. You understand? Well, the defense were able to deal with it. Do you get me? Yes. So also on the opposite hand, we also had the opportunity by operating on this left side here also. That is where we also got our chance and scored. So in other words, look, the game itself, considering the chances that came, the 1-1 draw supposed not to be the reflection of the game, because it was very intense. Both teams were playing. First half, I could say it was us. Second half belongs to them. You understand? So I think that's what I can say. But it's a very nice game.
Coach Ken, the performance is much better compared to the last game that I witnessed.
Yes.
But it still doesn't change the difficult situation that you find yourself in the bottom of the log.
Yes.
And therefore something drastic needs to happen. What are you going to do? Because you are going to run out of games while you are still in the bottom.
Yes. Well, the problem here is this. Still, we've got a couple of games coming, considering where we are on the bottom of the log. What we're supposed to do here is this. We need to switch on and try to concentrate and win games after games. As at now, this result that we got today, we're going to build on that going to our next game, so that we take it as it comes. The only problem here is this: there's a little bit of hiccups in the team, but as soon as we get all those things sorted, I think things will be fine and we can get points to go forward.
Coach, thank you very much for your time and all the best in your upcoming games.
Thank you too.
Coach Rafique, thank you very much for your time. 1-1 draw here at home.
Pleasure,
what
sir.
were your thoughts on the game?
It's always enjoyable against Myeni and company. They've got good leadership in Sifiso, and you can see the way he used to play. You see some of his players emulating that as well. I think it was quite a balanced game. We played in patches, I must be honest. I enjoyed the goal that Myeni scored. It was a well-worked goal and a very good finish from the young man. I think it was one of those games that could have gone either way. We're not too result orientated, as you know. Madala always says development is a process, not an event, and we use these games against good opposition like Myeni to develop our younger players moving forward. A result is always good though. You come in, you want to look for the 3 points, and I think the boys did well to contain the opposition for most moments. But I think the 1-1 draw was a fair result, judging by the performances of both teams today.
In the second half, coach, you had a lot of space on the right flank, and many crosses went into the box. but you were unable to connect, and you could have scored 3-4 just from those situations, from the play that you were able to engineer to the right flank. That's the way you plan to play, to expose the space, and how are you going to try and improve the end product from such plays?
It's a very, very, very good question. I think I can answer it twofold. Firstly, as an academy, part of our philosophy and methodology is to play attractive attacking football. So you'll never see our fullback standing and waiting to assist the defense when we have possession of the ball. It doesn't happen. You want to overload areas, you want to use width like you say, and it's very difficult for a fullback to mark two players. And we've exploited that today, especially with the Myeni left back. I think Chippa is doing brilliantly. His pace is phenomenal. He wins his 1v1s both offensively and defensively, and he's standing out. He's the player that you're talking about that brought in a lot of the service. I have to criticize him a little bit though in terms of the quality of his service at some point. It's a decision-making thing. We do work on it a lot at training, and I think it's not just a Stars problem. I think it's a South African problem in general in terms of goal scoring, and we've been talking about it for years. I think if the service does improve, you work a little bit better on the runs, you'd be able to convert those opportunities. But it's something that you want to work on continuously so the player improves and gets to a level where he's able to execute it consistently at the highest level with the most pressure from space, opponent and time, which is what you're going to get at the PSL at some point. But I think Chippa specifically is a player that needs to be challenged at a higher level, because players like him and Sean, I'll be honest, it looks like sometimes it's a little bit too easy for them, and I'm sure through your highlights you're able to see that as well.
Last one, Coach. I know you've spoken that the focus is on development, but you are in a league, and you said it's nice to win. You are 10 points going into this game. You are 10 points behind the leaders.
Adds another 2 now. Yeah, they've had a good run as well, unbeaten for a while. Like I said earlier, nobody can lie to you, whether you're under 6 or you're playing in a PSL. Nobody can lie to you and say, now we're going to the field this weekend to draw or to lose. The coach, the players, everybody plays to win. It's where the emphasis lies. So as a development academy, we start putting emphasis on competition at about 15 to 16 years old, where we tell the players, now, yes, you're playing, but you're playing to win. And it doesn't mean that we say you have to win. There's a big difference between playing to win and that kind of pressure. When you put it on youngsters, sometimes it stops them from showing their true potential because they're always worried about the negative of loss. Players in our country need to be given the freedom that we used to have as youngsters before, to be able to express ourselves, make mistakes, and then learn from those mistakes and improve going forward. That's the type of ideology and philosophy we try to ingrain. Mashinini is a young striker in front. He's turning 17 this year, and he's our top man. He's played the most amount of games, had the most amount of starting lineup. And for the first 5 or 6 games, he was banging them in, and he's now taken a bit of a dip, which is normal in any player's experience. But that's exactly it. You want to give them the correct experience, to give them the tools so that players are able to perform at the highest level in the PSL. So to sum it up, yes, we come to win, we love to win, we celebrate each goal, but there's a certain point where you need to start now instilling the competitive element, and that's when a player is a little bit more mature. You can't run up and down the line with a 12-year-old screaming, score the goal, win, tackle the man. It becomes a traumatic experience for the kid, and I think that's a problem we have in our country in certain cases. But we need to remedy it and let the kids play and enjoy the game. I think we're going to have a bigger base of players to choose from when they get to a level where they're able to represent the nation.
Rafique, thank you very much for your time.
It's always a pleasure, man. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing more of your footage on social media. You guys are doing a wonderful job.
Thank you
very much.